Okay, so today's subject is going to be this Polish gas mask bag, and I'm going to try a tabletop review this time. Now I apologize at the angle of my camera. I don't have a stand that will give you a better overhead view, but I will work again one of those in the future. But for now, we're going to work with what we got. The bag itself is a surplus item from the 1980s approximately to the 90s. And these are in excellent to like new condition. Now this has been in storage for a while. Yes, it's wrinkled. This is a cotton canvas material. It is not treated with any sort of rubberization. If you guys are into the Haversack scene, I'm sure most of you have seen you can make oilcloth or do-it-yourself waxed canvas very easily. This is a cotton canvas that feels like a 10-ounce canvas, maybe a little bit heavier. And it feels like it would take that very well. It does feel, I don't know if you can hear that, but it does feel like a water resistant used lightly. Like it would bead water if it was out in a little bit of a drizzle. The bag itself is 9 inches wide by 11 inches deep, and on the it is 3 inches wide. On the outside, we have an additional pouch here that is just a simple buckle closure. This measures 2 by 3 by 5. On the back, let me touch on this real quick. We have 2 of these D-rings, and then we have belt loops. So if we wanted to put this on like a pistol belt in the style of a butt pack, we certainly could. I would say those D-rings may be helpful if you are going in somewhere with a rucksack on and you don't want this on your waist. Put yourself 2 Grimlocks into the molly of your rucksack and then hang this from the outside of your pack like a little day pack. And then when you get to where you're going, you can pop it off real quick and go on your little walk. The buckle close, the closure method is the webbing strap buckle that we see on East German items, Polish items, really anything from the Warsaw Pact area. Is a very secure method of closure, but it is very easy to open it if you so desire. We have a name tag sewn on here. Now, because this is a surplus item, there may be a little bit of writing on some of these, but for the most part, it's a little tiny piece of paper wrapped up in a piece of plastic, so you can write your name in there. On the pockets itself, now I have the strap tucked away in here. I'll touch on that first. This is 2 inches wide. It is very thin, but it is wide, and it is soft. So, excuse me, I am on baby duty today. We have a slider so we can adjust it, and this is actually a decent length. One of the common issues I see with gas mask bags is the strap is actually very short, or they put very little thought into it, and this one is actually like it was meant to be used as a strap, with plenty of adjustment for you guys to ride it how high or how low you want it. Going into here, we have several compartments divided up, so I'll touch on this one first. This one is sewn on the bottom, and it is the full 9 by 11 of the pouch. Being sewn on the bottom, if you put any small items in here, they're not going to transfer into another section. This divider here is not sewn on the bottom, so if you put small items into one of these 2 pockets, there is a chance that it may roll into the other one. Now, you see I have an Altoids tin here. In that divider, there is a small pocket on the top here that is just big enough to hold the Altoids tin, but not able to close with it. So there is a buckle. Let me see if I can get that there for you. A button, I'm sorry, right here. What I would probably do, let's say this was your fire kit, you know, your char cloth with your flint and striker and what have you. I would run a rubber band and a cow hitch on this side, run it over the top like a magazine bungee for retention, and then loop it around the button just to create a little bit of way to keep this from falling out if you're jumping around a little bit. Or you could put something small like a magnifying glass or anything like that. What they had in there was a small tin that had a anti-fogging wipe for your gas mask, and it was in a little metal tin that would fit perfectly in there and close up. Now, on this pocket, this one is approximately 3.5. This one's approximately 4.5 to 5-ish, give or take. I have a Swiss M84 canteen, just to give you guys a sense of what you can hold in here. On the one side, on this side, I have a Czechoslovakian M60 canteen, and we carry both of them at Paxton Creek. A note, when you buy M60 Czechoslovakian canteens from us, they will come as you see here with the felt cover and the belt loop. Now this is meant to be worn on a belt on the outside. If you're going to be running inside of this inside of a haversack like this, this felt creates friction that may make sliding it in and out a little bit of a pain. You can do it, but you know it'll catch and have that friction going on. So I would just recommend popping this off real quick, running it just the simple bare metal, slides in there, no friction. You can retrieve it as you need. Yeah, in a nutshell, that covers the gas mask bag. I want to make a guest appearance of the GP5 bags that we also got with the same shipment. So these are much more simpler. These are, again, a cotton canvas. This is a lighter. This feels like it might be a 10-ounce canvas, but it feels more like an 8-ounce canvas. And this one is really just a simple pocket. There's nothing fancy about this. It is a simple bag, and this one measures approximately what do we got here? About 6 inches by up to the button. It's about 11 inches, so about 6, maybe 7 inches by 11 inches. And this is a roll top design. If we fill it up, now you can roll it, or you can choose if you wanted. If you put something inside of there, you could just tuck it inside like that, and then you have, try to do this with the camera on my way, and my ambidextrous nature is not ambidextrous. You have button closures, 2 of them to hold the top shut, 1, 2. On the outside, we have a pocket. I'm going to use Altoids tin for a reference. On size, it is deep enough to fit, 3 Altoid tins in there and still be able to close it. On the other side, we have a slightly deeper pocket, which is just big enough to get, you can slide 2 PMags in there, but you will not be able to close it. This is a very tight closure with a PMag. You can get that down to the button. That will hold a regular metal M4 mag, no problem on that side. Most of these have a thigh strap. Honestly, I would probably just cut that off with a pair of scissors right there. It doesn't really have that much use. Some of these have a metal D-ring like you see here. Other ones are just a simple loop made out of the same material as a thigh strap. And then, of course, we have a similar size, approximately 2 inches wide there on the shoulder straps. Again, with a decent amount of adjustment. Not as much as the Polish one does, but enough for most of the people in the world that are going to be using something like this. So, price point. These come in at $10. These come in $5. If you want one, we got them in stock. PaxtonCreekSupply.com. Thank you.